1983, I personally pledged a lifelong love and faithfulness to hip-hop. Before ladies first, Queen Latifah came to England on a tour, and she was actually brought over by somebody who I always consider the ambassador of hip-hop, God rest his soul. He went by the name of Dave Funkenklein. Dave Funkenklein worked with Russell Simmons very closely. He was very much a big deal in playing the part of a liaison between the United States and Europe. He came over one time and they did a show in a club called Dingwall's, a little hole in the wall club. And the tour consisted of a guy named True Mathematics, for the money, do it for the money. Okay, Jungle Brothers, Queen Latifah, and Chill Rob G. Okay, which is also a member of the Flavor Unit at the time. And I was at one of the shows. I was speaking to Dave Funkenklein and told him what I did and everything, and I get from the conversation, we gained so much respect for each other. I was 17 going on 18 at the time. Then the next day he called me and was like, do you know how to get, we need to get to, it was someplace outside of London, Milton Keynes, a big kind of built up, excuse me, town outside of London. And he's like, could you, I need help to get there, what have you. And I was like, okay, I can help you. So I went and met them at the hotel, got on the bus, got the maps out, and successfully got them to Milton Keynes. So after that, he was like, could you stay on for the rest of the tour and act as road manager to get us where we need to go? So at 18 years old, 17 going on 18, I was road managing Queen Latifah, True Mathematics, Chill Rob G, and the Jungle Brothers. Pretty good, huh? And from there, Latifah and I developed a really good bond and a really good friendship, which then led to later on me getting discovered in England. That happened on my own. Somebody came to one of the jams I was rhyming at, a scout for a record label, and they scouted me out and they signed me. I had a stream of hits in England on my own, top 10 hits in the pop charts, because at that time they were starting to kind of open their minds to the phenomenon that was taking place in England, and as far as hip hop sweeping just a big wave over all of these kids in England, a big movement. So I had a stream of hits. I was already signed. I was going to work with the Jungle Brothers in New York to do half of the albums. That was when Latifah and I hooked up again, and then she was like, I got this really good idea for a song. It's called Ladies First, and she gave me the concept, and I liked it. And I was like, okay. So she invited me to the studio. I think it was Power Play in Queens. And we sat down. She's in her corner, I'm in my corner, and I'm penning my stuff out. And then when it was done, I was like, all right, it's done. Are you ready? And she's like, yeah. We went in and we recorded it, and it was pretty cool. I didn't hear it again after that session for about 5 months because I had to go back and work on my own stuff, and I went back to London. By the time I came back to the United States, which was the summer of '89, and it was at the New Music Seminar, which is a big hip-hop seminar that used to take place every single year at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in Times Square. It was just a really informative and fun-filled seminar because there were a lot of different showcases that different record labels would put together in different venues around New York each night of the, I think, 3 or 4 day seminar. One of which was at, what is the name of that school? It was just on the tip of my tongue. It was a school that we had to perform in. And Latifah, this is the first time I'd seen her in like 4 or 5 months. So I turn up at the show, she has to perform. As soon as I get in there, she grabs me, she's like, we gotta do Ladies First. And I'm like, I haven't heard the song in like 5 months. She's like, I don't care. Who got a Walkman? Who got a Walkman? You got a Walkman? Give me your Walkman. She gave me a Walkman. She locked me in the bathroom. Said, we're on in 6 minutes. I'm like, great. So I'm in the bathroom listening to Ladies First. Okay, it's finished, rewind it, listening to it again. It's finished, rewind it, listen to it again. It's finished. Time to go, we on. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I just listened to it about 6 times, so hey, what the heck? Whatever happens, happens. We got on stage, we rocked it. We rocked it. When I got on stage, Keith ran up to me, Guru ran up to me and was like, yo, I didn't know you rhyme like that, because everybody had been seeing me around Club Payday, Club Amazon, and stuff like that. And they didn't know what I could do yet at that point. But it was so funny, and I was so scared. And I'll never remember I had to take the biggest crap before we went on stage too. That was like a nervous thing with me. Like every time before we got on stage, I'd have to take a really huge dookie, like a huge, dunk. Every single time, it was nerves, I don't know. But we rocked it out, and that was history.
Excuse me, but I think I'm about to very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 high to happy overjoyed. Please, with all the beats and rhymes,